Gemini, welcome. Welcome back if you're returning. This is Crow Indigo Intuitive Tarot, and this is your weekly read. We are working with the Linestrider Tarot and the Linestrider Tarot. And we'll pull an oracle card from the Sacred Destiny Oracle deck. I had thought these would be shorter readings this week because things are quite busy, but we'll see how that goes. We just did the Taurus reading for their birthday. As we are now in Taurus season, and it went a bit longer than I thought, but there was some great information there for Taurus. So our general theme this week is about how the things that annoy us in others are really a mirror of what it is in ourselves that needs attention. And there's a sense there of the subconscious speaking to us when we are annoyed by the behaviors of others, the qualities of others. It's really just us needing to be made aware of what needs work in us, and that's where we're focusing this week. So let's see what we have for you, Gemini, as we're using that as sort of a general contemplation, meditation around our messages from Spirit this week. Intuitively, what I see here is someone who's too vocal about their pain. It may be that it irritates you when people are expressing how much they hurt or are sharing with others what they're feeling emotionally. That may be something that really irritates you. And if it is, the sense I get from Spirit here is that there's part of you that really needs to express what you feel when you feel pain. There is a sense here this week of you having hope that you can heal, having faith in the notion that by exposing the wound, letting light and air toward the wound, it will help the healing process begin. So there's this, I'm really drawn to this woman with her mouth wide open. She's trying to let it out. She's trying to express it. You can see the heart is wrapped around her. It's wound around her body. And there's a real sense here for me intuitively of someone who doesn't want to do that, wants to run away from that, wants to take refuge in a very analytical mindset, focus on work instead of feeling emotional pain, focus on the facts and the figures, the calculations is what I'm hearing, really just focusing on analytical matters, on spreadsheets, on data, and not wanting to go through this process, even though there is a knowledge and an understanding that in order to heal and to having this hope that they can heal, knowing that this is a necessary part of things, this expression of the pain, and still having such a distaste for it, really, really strongly resisting expression of that, sharing of that vulnerability, which is the pain. After the running, it is obvious that the only way forward is rest, is working through the feelings, working through the thoughts related to the feeling. You see the heart here. So the heart in this card is ripping open, being pulled in different directions. You see there are 4 different strings coming off that. I'm not sure if you can see, actually. See, it's being pulled in different directions. It's just being held together barely. And you can see that expression of pain being vocalized, right? Being spoken. And then in the end here, we have the 4 of Swords, and you can see the heart there, the same one. It's been patched up. And this person rests. with all the thoughts and the feelings wrapped around them. It's really kind of a progression, and I don't know that this is just a week long, but there is a real hope that if you express, even though you want to run away from that and you don't want, part of you, very big part of you, does not want to express, that if you do, finally there will be peace. And that's really the whole message of these cards this week for you. So how is that a mirror? Is there someone in your life that is expressing their pain and you're really not comfortable with it? Because I think if there is, that person is triggering in you and understanding that there's some pain inside. I know that's not the fun thing to focus on. I know that's not really what the Gemini would want to. You're much more into rapid thought, and the analytics would be quite appealing as a way to get away from this distasteful, raw, vulnerable expression of emotion. But it feels like you do understand that the hope and faith of the future being better, and the healing, for the healing to begin, that it's something that has to happen. And once you let yourself, you will have that peace and rest that you're looking for. There's an Ace of Cups in reverse here. That's a sense that you really want, there's a connection that you really want. Could just be with yourself, but it's an emotional connection, an emotional openness, and resurgence of feeling in your life that you're desiring, and it's not here. You don't feel like you have it. And it has something to do with not making the plans that you want to make. I have two others that fell out. There's the star again. Second appearance of the star. They are making that even more significant. This is the way forward. This is how you heal. This is how you regain hope, essentially. And we have the Hierophant. There may be someone who is a teacher, someone who is here who's meant to help you let this pain out. It could even be the person that is so distastefully expressing emotion around you all the time. I'm not sure. Let's see. I don't know if I even said that this was for Gemini, placement Sun, Moon, and Rising, but I should say that. And it is general, so if it's not resonating for you, please, it's just not going to resonate with everyone. Let's see what we have here. Your sacred destiny. It feels like there's a part of you that very much wants to get in touch with emotion, that is missing feeling deeply connected to your emotional side. But there's such a strong influence or a strong urge in you not to let yourself feel that you're really fighting yourself here. But getting back to our theme around, those that annoy us, the things that trouble us in other people, being essentially a mirror. Those folks are mirrors for ourselves. You're criticizing yourself for expressing the emotion that you do. But it's only because of this fear of vulnerability, really. And you're afraid, I think, to rest. That you're afraid maybe if you get to that space of peace, that you'll lose your edge, maybe, is what I'm hearing. That if you actually relaxed and let yourself heal and relax and have inner peace emotionally, if you let your mind slow down and just not be racing all the time, that you might not get as much done, that you might not feel as accomplished in some way. We have oracle card for you, Stand Still. Let's see if we can find that bird there. Bird in a swamp. Excuse me, let's see the card. stand still. This card wants you to know if it feels that some areas of your life have slowed down or even come to a standstill, you are right. Something is not progressing. Even if it seems that things are flowing, look beneath the surface. Perhaps something is immovable. The first step to becoming unstuck is to acknowledge where you are. The soul loves the truth. In life, you can either say, there are no weeds, or you can notice the weeds and begin pulling them out. Notice what isn't working in your life, and then take slow, steady steps to unblock the barriers. In nature, when one is being sucked into mud, the worst thing to do is struggle. The best thing to do is slowly and carefully, one step at a time, extricate yourself. Where are you feeling stuck? Where do you feel like you're stuck in the mud and you're struggling and it's just making it worse? Because the answer here, Spirit is saying, is baby steps. Very slow, methodical steps. Carefully extricating yourself from the situations that have got you stuck. So how does this relate to the rest of our reading? It seems to be that not expressing emotion has you in a very stuck space. And so even though the urge is to run away from that and to not do that, not to be vulnerable and express how you feel and where you hurt, the only way forward really to get out of the stuck place, the standstill, is to embrace and learn how to get there, learn how to express your feelings of hurt. And that's why I think the Hierophant card is here. There's someone in this week that could help you start to learn how to do that, to move forward in that healing way, in a way that feels safe for you. So I think that's what I have for you this week, Gemini. I hope it's helpful, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you for supporting the channel. Blessings.